This is part 4 of a video response to a Getting to Know You tag from Martina Huppertova. So, do I still have your undivided attention? Well, this is the very last video in this tag series. I answered the last few questions about the next crafting and/or art tools that I want to own. And of course, I have to separate them out in categories of affordability. And I also chat about my current studio setup and a little bit about what my dream studio would look like. The last question is all about how I got started doing videos. And then there are those little rabbit trail chats in here. So let me know what you think about this chat. Would you like to see more chat videos from me, or are you just content with watching me create my art? I would be interested in seeing your comments, so if you have some time, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Almost done here. Question 14. What next craft tool will you probably be buying, or something like that? In the cheaper range, I would like to own some of those spritzers, either the new Tim Holtz kind or the older kind. I think there are some that were out on the market before Tim Holtz came out with his air spritzers, where you squeeze that little tool and it blows air onto the marker and makes a spray. I'd like to own one of those. They're not expensive. I just haven't bought one yet. I think that they would be fun too. So that's probably next on my list. In the inexpensive range, I'd like to have some of the newer Tim Holtz papers that came out this year, some of the newer graphic 45. Since our archiver is shut down, I have to find another source of graphic 45 papers. Probably good in the sense that I don't spend so much money on them. But in the mid-range, what I would like to have as a crafting, I guess you can call it a crafting tool, I'd like to have it in my studio. I'd like to have an entire new studio setup. But in the mid-range price, I want one of those taller, I think they stand maybe about 5 feet tall, and have like the shelves are 4 or 5 feet wide and 2 feet deep, just a rack to put I have a table behind my chair where I work, and that gives me 1 4-foot surface area to put things on when I can just turn around and grab it if I need it. But I don't need everything that's on that table, and I'd like to be I want to make use of my vertical space, because my room, to be honest with you, is not large. It's maybe 10 foot by 11 foot, maybe 11 by 12, something like that. By the time you get all the furniture in there, and one entire wall is a closet, and I have to have some place to put my clothes. So I have a mixture of clothes and art supplies in my closet. And I'd like to have that 5-foot rack. And I know you can go to your local home improvement stores and get them for $60 or $70. So that would be one thing that would be within my range to buy. Then if you got into the expensive range, I want a new camera setup. I want a decent camera. I record all my videos off my smartphone, which is what I'm doing now. My smartphone is not, I don't have a tripod. It's sitting on an old lamp pole. You're wired up to a lamp pole that's not plugged into the wall. And there are extension cords running off to the wall. And for my microphone, my microphone on my camera, even though it's recording me, does not record well. So off to the side over here, I have the microphone off of my laptop sitting over here, and I have that turned on, recording the conversation, which records a lot better, hopefully. It does when I do my art videos. So I'd love to have a entire new studio setup. If you got into the real expensive range, I would love to have a separate studio space, like a 1-bedroom apartment that I could go out of my apartment here and into next door to an apartment. Even a 2-bedroom one would be extravagant. That would be my studio. I mean, who could afford that? I mean, that would be twice your rent. I'd have to win the lottery or something. But when I dream, I don't see me ever owning a studio downtown or giving lessons in a studio. I don't see that happening for me, but I would love to be able to bop out one door into the next and have an entire room dedicated to bookshelves and books, and maybe have wall space, have the entire living room as the studio space where I could record, and then have the entire other room dedicated to storage area, to where if I needed a supply, if I found, let's just say I found some great bargains at the garage sale on ribbons, you know, I could store them in that other room. And I do have storage space, but it's combined in with my living space, and I would love to have my studio space and my living space adjacent to each other but separate from each other. In an apartment situation, I don't want to own, I do not own, I rent, and I will probably never own. That's not in my background, people, and for me, that works. I do not have a desire to own my own home. I don't have a desire to own my own refrigerator. I do not have a desire to own my own washer or dryer. I have a desire to own a camera, a computer setup, bookshelves, art supplies. Next craft tool, you got it. Then the very last question that I've rambled on about, and I certainly hope this video comes out because I don't want to do all this talking again. What made you start a YouTube video? And that's a very good question, because I was not into watching YouTube videos until just about the last couple years. Because here's the thing, even though I had a computer, I had a desktop computer, I never watched YouTube videos on my desktop. Oh, maybe an occasional one, if it would work. But my phone died. I had one of these little flip-top phones, cheapy $40 phones, cell phone, and I had it for probably 5 years. You know, it's one of the newer cell phone models, the old clunky kind. And it died on me finally, and I was just going to go in and get another cell phone. And just don't give me anything expensive. I don't text, I don't message a lot, you know, I use my laptop. I don't need all the bells and whistles that you see these kids walking down the street plugged into their ears. Well, I went into my Verizon store and I walked out with a smartphone. And I have to say, that's what really started me watching videos, because I could get YouTube on my smartphone, and then I've started watching YouTube videos, and I found the crafting channels. And probably some of my first crafting channels that I watched was this lady called Shannon Green. Hi, Shannon. And fascinated then by, I think she was doing some paper doll art and her painted papers, and I thought, wow, that's cool, I can do that. And of course, following her chatter and her links, I found more YouTube artists. Everybody started talking about this Rach 0113, and I had to go watch her. And what is it, Tracy Moore, Teresa, I can't remember her name. I watched her videos. So I started watching all these YouTube videos, Janabelli, and I thought, wow, this is cool. I wonder if I could record a video using my smartphone. And so I tried just a few things. You know, I just tried aiming my camera at a chair in front of me and seeing what it would record. And I'm going, wow, I could probably somehow aim this at my table while I'm doing art. All I have is my lamp pole and my smartphone and my laptop. But that's how I got started. So that's what I'm using today to hold my smartphone, and it's got a name, but I've forgotten what it is. All I know it is a little mobile tripod. It's got your little wraparound prongs that will hold on to a pole or a bar, and then it's got the little cell phone holder. And I wrap it around my lamp pole that's sitting in front of me. So that's how I started doing YouTube videos. My first YouTube video was very unrelaxed, and this one may be. I don't like showing my face on YouTube. I don't believe, I'm not ashamed of my appearance, but I don't think I'm the most photogenic person in the world. Um, I'm not one of those cutesy people. I don't put a lot of fingernail polish on. And then I'm on my last question, but I'm going to ramble on since I've been, what do you say, roped and dragged into making this video. Requested, politely requested to do a tag video. I'm going to chatter as much as I want. What was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. My camera bopped off on me. I'll have to edit it and find out what my last thing. I was on my last question, wasn't I? It's on my last question. How did you start your YouTube video? Oh, I was saying that I'm not the most photogenic person in the world, and I'm not really ashamed of my looks. I'm just not one of those cutesy people that wear pretty, lots of makeup and. I want to present myself professionally, but I don't want to give you an image of myself that I'm not. I'm just me. I'm just me. And to be honest with you, if I could hide in my bookcase over here, my little, see my hiding in the bookcase video, if I could hang out with my pincushion dolls, I would be happy right there. I really think that the art on my channel, at least, is the most important thing. But I do think that there is something to communicating. I think some people do it very well. Claudia Rossi does it well. She gets on there and she just chatters away, just like I am now. She goes from one thing to the other, and I just love to hear her talk. I mean, and she'll repeat herself. She'll say, "Can't do that. No, can't do that. I'm not gonna do that." I got it. But I love it when she does that. And I love it when she turns on her little chipmunk. Because my brother would do that to me. And Shannon Green's nostrocams. What fun those are. What fun those are. These people are just fun to watch. Mrs. Brimble's, love to watch her. Jenna Belly is, of course, almost an art journaling legend. And there were other people that show their faces on YouTube. I don't do it as a regular basis. If I become more comfortable with it, you might see me more in a setting like this, talking to you. Okay, I gave up. I showed you what I really look like. Here I am. So I may get more into doing just maybe. I have a fireplace over there that been on the pilot light all winter because I'm too cheap to turn it on full blast. I did at Christmas Eve. I turned on my fireplace so I could enjoy it, and I paid the higher gas prices to enjoy the flame. But maybe you'll see me go over there and do a fireside chat, or maybe I like my little corner chat with my Mrs. Wilkins. Should I say this? I should say this. I'm not going to sign off yet. I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to my channel, and I especially want to thank the people who communicate to me on my channel. I have subscribers who subscribe and I never hear from them again. Okay, I've got a subscriber. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. But then I have subscribers who subscribed maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and they made 1 or 2 comments, and I never hear from them again. I do get a decent count on my videos here lately. I don't expect to put up a video and get 100% views. That's really kind of unrealistic, especially the more subscribers that you get. But I figure that if I can put up a video and at least get within a day or 2 of the time that I put it up, if I can get at least 1/4 of the views of my subscribers to view, I'm happy with that. And I want to thank the people that watch my videos. I want to talk about contests and giveaways. I'm very big on promoting channels and having giveaways. but I'm not there yet for doing it for myself. I was going to do it at 500 subscribers, but at that time, there were a lot of giveaways going on, you know, and I participated in a couple months, just like leave a comment and I'll draw your out of a list of names. Those are okay, but then you get all this spamming and fishing and whatever you call it, swishing and swishing, and then you get people subscribing just to be a part of a contest, and they really don't have an interest in your art. They don't communicate with you. They just want a chance to win something. Well, that's okay. And if you're a subscriber, if you subscribe just to do that, and if you stay subscribed, all right. But at the time I hit 500 subscribers, there were just a lot of giveaways going on, and I'm going, the community is going to get given away out. So I wasn't ready to do my own yet. I'm at probably, when I'm doing this video, I'm probably around 760 or 770 subscribers. Thank you to everyone who subscribed. I'm thinking about doing 1,000 subscriber giveaway or contest or something. I like to think that people who comment on my channels, who communicate with me, especially on a regular basis, are the people that should be rewarded for watching. So I may do a tiered contest, but it depends on where I'm at when I hit that number. It may not be 1,000, it may come to 1,500. It's also thinking about what I'm going to give away as a prize. I have to say, I'm watching who talks to me. And I'm watching who talks to me and really means it when they talk to me. They come back and talk to me again. They leave comments about my art. They make suggestions. They leave hints. They're actually visiting with me. We're having a conversation in my studio, in my atelier, that I'm learning how to pronounce myself. But I do want to thank you for watching. I feel like I've always wanted a studio. I said this in my introduction video. I've always wanted a studio. So, but that's the story. And I want to thank all my viewers for watching. And if you watched to the end of my chatter, thank you for sticking with me this long. I'll edit this video and put it up, and then I'll tag the next person. Mrs. Wilkins and I say, we'll see you on the next page. Mrs. Wilkins, Madame Penelope Rose, and I thank you for watching and subscribing to The.Meri.Atelier. If you've enjoyed watching these videos, please subscribe to my channel, and we will see you on the next page.